What's up, C Squad?
It's Nigel C.
And Daddy C.
I'm Daddy's son.
Kick Talk.
And today, what Kick Talk is about?
About a topic I've been wanting to talk about, man. And, we are in the first quarter of 2023. And I just really wanted to discuss are sneaker collabs ruining sneakers? It's a topic I've been thinking about. Had a lot of conversations with folks about. And before we get into that conversation, Nigel, if it's their first time here, what should they do?
You need to ring that notification bell because you know we got the heat. Know you want it, so it's here. Make sure you get it.
That's it. Tap on in. Thank you. All right. If you're back here again, visiting with us, thank you so much. We appreciate the support.
Yeah.
We continue to grow over 3K. Next goal, 5K,
Yes,
10K
sir.
on up. So anyway, now that that's all out of the way, the topic at hand, man, sneaker collabs, right? I mean, we've got collabs. You've got collabs. I've got collabs. We love the collabs that have dropped, so many of them, and there's so many drops. Let's just start there. But the collabs, you see companies, Nike, Adidas, they collab with everybody, right? From boutiques, streetwear brands, musicians, some athletes, themselves. And it's a lot going on. And, we've seen so much of that. I just want to know, is it too much? Is it starting to just it's not even special anymore? And, the biggest thing for me is like with Nike and some of these other brands, it's like, where's your creativity? Like every drop doesn't have to be a collab and play into like maybe some type of hypebeast situation. If it does, because a lot of collabs we've been seeing lately have not even been flying off the shelf. So let's talk about some of the ones we've seen so far. All right, Nigel, what's some collabs you can think of off the top of your head that, that you've
Probably
seen?
named Travis Scott.
Always.
Travis Scott. The other one. The other Travis Scott.
20 Travis Scott so far. It's been a lot.
The other Travis Scott. Who else is collabing? Let's see.
We've seen
We got
CDG.
CDG, yeah. CDG collabs. We got Drake collabs.
Boom, Drake.
Who else collabs?
Man,
We
that?
got
Stussy.
Stussy collabs.
We've got, of course, Fragment, Sakai. So that's like your Japanese, the streetwear brands.
Got Amamanya.
Amamanya, that's a big one. That's a big one. If you've been here on this channel, you know how much I love my Amamanya collabs. But yeah, so many of them, man. So many. And, we see things like, they're bringing back like older silhouettes. Like I said, like the Penny 2 came back, right? Which I love. All the Penny 1s, the Penny 2s. Nike said we're going to collab on a Penny 2 and bring in Stussy to do something different with that. It's like, why? Why even mess with that old model to add a Stussy variant to it? That I don't know anybody that purchased it. I've seen it sitting on shelves, and and that's the big, I think, the effect. Like a lot of the stuff is just getting
hype.
watered down. Yeah,
It's like hype. It's like oversaturated kind of.
Exactly.
It's just like the shoe thing. I know what I understand what you're saying. It's like the production of shoes has become like oversaturated to the point where you could just do anything with it, and people are just trying to just like add as much hype to the drop as possible by collabing with this person that's popular, this popular brand and stuff.
Right, and that's like Nike, man. And all these brands, one thing they will do is beat something to death. It's like, oh, that worked, so now let's do that 50 times, right?
It'll be something hype that's happening right now. And they'll like try to do as much as they can with that hype, and then it's like now it's not hype anymore.
Right.
So
I mean,
you done hyped the hype.
You done killed the hype. Right. You done beat us to death with it. I mean, you saw it even with Travis Scott, as untouchable as he has been. Right. Of course, like I've got some Travis Scott, like the OG1 highs, top of the line, like great pair of shoes. Some of the lows, great. Like the Phantoms just came out recently, but they did, the Air Force Ones that they did with Travis Scott like early on. Honestly, those are garbage, and I'm gonna just say that. And y'all might want to argue with me down in the comments. But that canvas like white pair, they're not great. That one that's multicolored, they're not great. If they weren't Travis Scott, they would have sat on every shelf and been at the bargain bin at the outlet.
I agree.
But Nike will boom, 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 boom. Let me give all the Travis Scott. They did the Air Trainer, and I love that shoe. And then they did the Travis Scott version, right, with the covering that could go over the shoe. You remember they had like the things that like button over top of the shoe, like that shroud.
Yeah.
They were like different colors. There was a brown pair, like a grayish green pair, and then they did Air Max 1s. The Air Maxes were cool, but again, so many colorways, like the brown ones, the all gold, what they call them, Saturn ones.
Why is it always Travis Scott?
They love Travis. Travis has been a cash cow, and Nike sees like dollar signs with Travis right now.
They do. So then, if that's what's making them the most money, can you really be mad at it though? Because you're calling it a cash cow, but like they're getting the cash from it.
Right.
And I think they're business. Business got to do what business got to do.
But I feel it's like football. Like you got your bell cow, like your running back, the guy that's like the beast of the team. But if you run him into the ground by like third, fourth quarter, he ain't gonna have much left. Like you done broke him down.
That's why it's called cash cow, because you done milked it too much.
You done like just riding that cow, you gonna just hop on that horse and just beat it to death.
Right.
Like, you know. And Travis has like the last Jordan 1 collab coming out this month, like that olive pair. So we'll see what model they move on to next, right? If he continues to do collabs with Nike. But I think, again, it just, the brands need to get back to their own design and bringing us good stuff. Like you see, you know, Jordans now, you know, inspired by, they did the Air Jordan, what was it, the 12, 13 Soulfly, which was like inspired by Michael Jordan's yacht. Like it was light blue. It had, you know,
it's
some
amazing.
Right.
They made a shoe off his yachts.
Based on, it was inspired by his yacht. They got a Jordan 1 coming out, inspired by the Chicago skyline that's on the old Michael Jordan picture when he's doing the Jumpman pose, and how the gradient of the sky, you see the blue and the tan and pink.
Nah, yet this is like the last final drops of milk.
Right.
Like,
it's like, you done
squeezed. You done squeezed it so much. You need his yacht. You need the skyline in the back of the picture.
Right. I mean, we've seen... What we see, we saw the atmosphere that was like, I mean, I love those for your sister, but they were inspired by the bubble gum that Michael Jordan chewed. Oh, remember those? You know, like, come on, y'all. I mean, we've seen some great collaborations like Virgil, you know, R.I.P., you know, Virgil Abloh, the 10, you know, that he came out with of all his off-white collabs.
All of those, bro.
Yeah, they were dope. You know, we got a few pair of those. All of those, that initial drop was dope. Then they started coming out with more colorway. And then, you know, they had more models that were coming out later. And a lot of those, especially like after he passed away, like RIP, like I said, you know, they really could have probably scrapped a lot. Like those off-white blazers that had the little plastic piece on the back. It looked like something where the Heelys, those little wheels would come out. It was very colorful, had the holes in the shoe.
Oh,
the low blazers.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were like still going like, all of these shoes with the spikes on them.
The spikes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Air Jordan, I mean those Air Force One mid, off-white. They came in a box that had bricks on it, like it was a brick. And I hate the term brick because I feel like it's such a resale term, but those are literal bricks. Like those shoes are horrible.
Like some actual bricks.
Yeah, like they should just put a brick in the box.
They did.
You know, exactly. But Nike, you know, stop. Adidas, all y'all, stop beating these collabs to death, man, because you're wearing us out. We got to drop every day. You know, 5, 6 out of 7, you know, we'll skip just to get the one good drop.
To me, it's like I feel like the most creative pieces that companies make come from the collabs, though. Yeah. So like, which I think is a problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, like you can only be creative when you collaborate. When you collaborating with another like artist or something like. Right. Another. I feel like that creativity should be within the company. Yeah. So y'all are like. So like everything, not everything, but you know, more of the stuff you drop has that creativity instead of just dropping
only when it collabs. Yeah.
Right. Like you be talking about companies be dropping the same thing basically over and over again. And then it's like collabs are creative, so like just do that.
Yeah, but like make it so the collabs are special. So then we can look forward to the Amamanier collab or the whoever collab, because it's only happening maybe once or twice in a year, not every 2 months, right? Like not every boom, 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 another one. And speaking of Amamanier, again, that's probably my favorite collaborator with Nike. I, you know, haven't missed on any of their drops until recently, which is the Air Jordan 12. But, you know, they've done a tremendous job. You know, they did the initial threes that were like out of this world. You know, the ones, the fours, the twos. They did the 12. And the 12s are the ones, it's like, even with them, like, have they reached that pinnacle and now coming down the downslope? I hope not. They still have a 5 to drop later this year, but the 12, people weren't chasing them that hard. I mean, they you know, people bought them
because they like you said, like they weren't like a standout.
And it was 2 pair. It was a pack. Like they could have maybe did one really good one versus like 2 that were cool. You know, yeah, man. You know, like I said, Nike will beat something to death, and I'm happy for James Whitner and the group. Like continue to get those collabs. That's huge for them. Right. But you know,
see, like we're not hating on nothing. We support every collab.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy collabs going forward, you know, but it's like make them special. You know, you got stuff like Billie Eilish. You know, she's got her pieces like an Air Force One that they did.
You had the green ones, right?
She had those, right? Yeah. Those green. They had a tan with like 6 Velcro straps on them. Those Air Force One highs. Like, why?
You know what, Nike? What you should do? Well, all you companies should do is start collaborating with some sneaker influencers. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Some YouTubers.
Yeah.
Some, you know what I'm saying?
Like who?
Daddy C.
Oh, Daddy C.
Like,
my man
you know
Homer Simpson. Sneaker Fetish. You know, my dude Kari. Some of my homies, James Myers. Like all of our guys, man.
That'd be a good business endeavor. Very profitable.
Absolutely.
A good move for the business overall.
That's right. From the people, like by the people, for the people, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Nike.
That's a good point. I'm here. Just hit me up. Just DM me. You know, Instagram.
Easy guy.
But yeah, man. So again, that's a big deal. And I don't know. I mean, tell me if I'm off base. Like, y'all hit us in the comments. Do we want to see less collaborators, less collabs, and that way they can drop more, you know, periodically and they're more special and different? Because, I mean, even like Union, right? The Union 1 was so dope. Union 2, the Dunks were good. But then they just did, what, the Air Jordan KO? Those lows. Cool. But, you know, when I saw those initially, I was like, this is such a waste of a collab. It's a cool summer shoe. But it could have just been like a Jordan low or a Dunk low basic. Nothing special, because it's really not that special of a shoe.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like there's so many collabs in these shoes that it's like the point of a collab is supposed to be like combining some element of the other creator like with the element of like Nike or whatever.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's just like artists and whatever other companies just want to collab just to collab, and it's like there's no emotion in it.
It's not much, right? They're not going above and and beyond on the design. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this like you normally do it, but we'll change it to blue, and I'll put my stamp on it, right? I'll put my signature, my logo on it,
right?
And boom,
exactly.
It's like, no, give us something better, man. Give us more.
Think about it, bro. When you start a business, when you start a brand, it's supposed to be some kind of meaning behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why are you doing it?
Yep.
So you gotta like keep that meaning behind all the stuff you're doing.
That's right. It's just like when in the Air movie, when Michael, you know, his family, they went to see who they go see Converse, right? They already had Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, and they like, well, these are their shoes. The Michael Jordan shoe is going to be very similar, but probably in a Bulls color. And his mom said, what are you going to do to make my son stand out? You know what I'm saying? Like, give us something that stands out. When I put these shoes on, and it's this collab, especially you charging us more for it, they're harder to get. Like, it should be like, bam, that shoe is just like, you know? So, that's all.
Probably how it was when they dropped that Jordan 1.
Exactly.
But at this point, there's so many shoes. Maybe it's just about this shoe looks tough. Here you go. Somebody's gonna like this shoe at this point. So just have this shoe.
So in other words, they just throwing a bunch of stuff out there to just say somebody will like it, whatever. Right. That's my point. Give it more care. Give it more design. Get back to tooling and design and get creative. And like you said, you know, hit us up, man. Hit up some people like us. You know, think about like Yeezy. Good Lord. I mean, Yeezy, the 350 was done to death, right? Like 8,000 colors. Most of them were brown, along the brown to tan spectrum. But he did do stuff like, you know, the foam runner and all the other things that he did that were like totally different, right? That at least it was like they were trying to push the envelope and changed up a lot.
It was creative too.
Yeah, the wave runner.
Unseen before, all that stuff.
Exactly. So that's all I'm saying. But again, am I off base? Let us know in the comments. What's your thoughts? Just wanted to get this conversation out there. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit me up on Instagram, @RealDaddyC. We see you on the next one. Peace.